All right. So today, sitting in my hammock here in the Dominican Republic, I wanted to speak about the topic of attachment and detachment. These two phrases are the cause of many things in our lives. Also, it is misunderstood. So in this video, I wanted to clarify these two things to help you move along in life in a more loving manner. Attachment is something we do every day. We attach to good feelings. We attach to good memories. We attach to things that we don't like. We attach to ideas, physical things. The fact that we attach to everything is the same reason why we bring misery into our life. The basic concept is like this. I love the feeling of going to the beach. I attach to the feeling of going to the beach. Now, all my happiness is here when I'm at the beach, but now I am unhappy because I am no longer at the beach. The fact is that we attach to a certain feeling or expectation. We associate our happiness with this attachment. The moment we're no longer in this situation, now misery comes upon us because we no longer have this in our possession. There's something that we observe in Mother Nature that we see every single day. Intellectually, we might understand this, but we don't understand it when it's happening to us in our life experience. That is impermanence. There's a constant changing nature of everything. We need to understand this law of nature that's happening around us. The sun rises for it to soon fall. Spring comes for it to go away and for summer to come. We all know this. And these same seasons, this same cycle of constantly changing happens within our body and around us. This is why we become miserable, because this attachment thing that we're attaching to is going to pass whether we will like it or not. It could be love, it could be food, it could be a certain experience right now. It's going to pass regardless. And the fact is that we attach to this, and this attachment is no longer here, and we generate our own misery. So yes, a lot of people don't like to admit it, but yes, we do generate our own misery. Happiness comes from inside, not from outside. So now let's talk about detachment. Now, there's two sides of this. And unfortunately, when people hear detachment, they only think about the negative side, right? So let's talk about the negative side. Most people think about detaching as being numbing yourself, disconnecting from everybody, not feeling anything, just basically not be associating with anything around. That's generally what people think about detachment. You need to look at the world with detachment, along with the understanding of impermanence and embodying love and compassion. True love is unconditional, and the love that you see nowadays is very conditional because we attach to certain ideas or certain images that we have of the thing or person that we love. Therefore, the love is conditional upon the attachment of this desire. And detachment is love is unconditional because you can only love yourself. We know everything is changing, so one happy moment is not going to last forever. So being detached in this form is when somebody is in love, and we're going to use a rose to represent this, right? So let's say somebody is in love with the rose. They saw the rose growing in the field, in the meadows, right? They felt so in love with the rose that they attached it as mine. So what they did, they picked the rose out from the field and took it home and started watering it and taking care of it. Now, the problem with attachment is everything comes and goes. The fact that I attached to this rose and claimed it as mine, my possession, because I took it from its roots. I took it from the environment that it was thriving in. So now the rose has a time limit. It's going to die eventually. So when the rose dies, now I'm sad because my rose is gone. I'm more hurt because it was my rose. I attached to the rose. It was my rose. Now, in the detachment side, it's the same scenario. I love this rose. It's such a beautiful rose. I met it growing free as could be. I love the rose. I touch the rose. I conversate with the rose, but the rose is not mine. I love the rose how it is. So I'm gonna let the rose grow prosperous in its own environment. I'm happy that the rose is here, and I'm also content when the rose is not here. I'm not letting the rose presence affect how I feel. I'm happy that the rose is here, but I'm also happy when the rose is not. I'm content either way. This is detachment, the real detachment. You're not letting things influence you. You're not attaching to certain experiences, thoughts, or feelings or ideas. You're observing them, appreciating them for what they are, but you're not allowing them to influence you. This is the proper detachment. So moving with detachment with the understanding of impermanence and embodying love and compassion is the detachment that is going to allow our body to become containers for higher energy and frequencies. If you like these talks, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna put out more videos on these topics, and I'm gonna chop it up a bit to speak about every element and becoming the best human being you could be. The highest level of consciousness we can reach is understanding our body and taking charge and not letting our bodies, thoughts, and feelings, especially outside and inside feelings, influence who we need to be right now, the best version of you. So subscribe, and we're gonna break these topics down. Peace.